Good evening, everyone. This is I would say, a follow-up session of Vedic Maths, which we did, I think, 10 days back. I call it Multiverse of Multiplication. Because we will essentially multiply things, but in the pursuit of that, we will be able to find square roots, cube roots, squares, and cubes. These 4 things we are going to do today. Ready for that? So let's start. First of all, let us look at how to find the cube roots. Cube roots, okay? I'll choose a number and then I'll find its cube root. All right. But before that, we need to learn a few cubes. That is from 1. Essentially, I ask my students to learn from 1 to 15. But if you have 1 to 10, it will be enough. Let's see. 1 cube is 1. All of us know that. No prizes for guessing here. 2 cube is 8. 3 cube is 27. 4 cube is 64. 5 cube is 125. 6 cube is 216. 7 cube is 343. 8 cube is 512. 9 cube is 729. 10 cube is 1000. Okay, so we need to look at one simple thing. That is, by the way, this will be applicable when something is a perfect cube. So as we can see here, if a number ends at 1, its cube root will always end at 1. Isn't it? So we have distinct digits, distinct unit digits for each of the cube. If a number ends at 8, its cube root will end at 2. Right? If a number ends at 7, its cube root ends at 3. If a number ends at 4, its cube root also ends at 4. Same with 5, same with 6. If a number ends at 3 and it is a perfect cube, its cube will end at 7, 842, 949, 040. Okay, so this is what we know. Now let us pick a number. I need to find the cube root of 1728. So what I'm going to do? From the right hand side, I'll count 3. I'll say 1, 2, 3, put a line like this. And now, this number ends at 8, so its cube root must end at 2. I'll write 2 here. And this 1 lies in this range. In this range, right? 1 cube to 2 cube. We'll choose the smaller number, that is 1, and that happens to be my answer. That's it, solved, done. So simple. Yes or no? Nothing can be simpler than this. Is that right? Tell me in the comments. Well, let's pick one more number, that is 2197. Let's count 1, 2, 3, put a line, hit a 7. So the cube must end at 3. This 2 lies between 1 cube and 2 cube. So we'll choose a smaller number 1. The answer is 13. That's it. Done. You might be thinking, what if there is a huge number? A huge number. Let's take, for example, 79507. Now I'll count right hand side 1, 2, 3, put a line. This cube ends at 7, that means its cube root must end at 3, okay? And this 79 lies between 4 cube and 5 cube. 4 cube is 64, 5 cube is 125. As I told you earlier, we'll choose the smaller number, that is 4. Let's put 4 over here, and that is the answer, 43. That's it, done. Okay? Nothing can be simpler than this. Let's pick one more number. 1061208. Wow. It has got 7 digits. Let's count from the right hand side. We will always count 3. 1, 2, 3, put a line. This ends at 8. Cube root must end at 2. 1061 lies between 10 cube and 11 cube. 10 cube is 1000. 11 cube is 1331. Smaller one is 10. Let's put 10 over here. Answer is 102. That's it. We can find the cube root of any number. By the way, this will not be directly asked in any exam. This will indirectly benefit you in case you have some cubic functions and need to find the domain of it. That can be beneficial. The next is square roots. You might be thinking that square root should be done first. Not really. There's a reason for that. In square roots, there will be some confusion. And okay, 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1. So if a number ends at 1, its square root will end definitely at 1. Similarly, 9 square is 81. So if a number ends at 1, its square root can also end at 9. That's the problem. If a number ends at 1, its square root can end at either 1 or 9. So that is the confusion. So we do not have distinct unit digits in the case of squares, but in case of cubes, we had distinct unit digits. 2 square is 4, 8 square is 64. See, if a number ends at 4, its square root can end at either 2 or 8. Both are possible. Same happens with 3 square, that is 9, and 7 square, that is 49. Number ends at 9, square root can end at either 3 or 7. For 4 square, it's 16, 6 square is 36. Again, we have confusion. If a number ends at 6, its square root can end at either 4 or 6. 5 square is 25, there is no confusion. If a number ends at 5, square root ends at 5. In all other cases, we might be having some kind of confusion. Now, how to solve that? How are we going to solve it? Okay. So let me pick a number 1764. I want to find the square root. All I need to do is, like in the case of cube roots, I counted 3 from right. Now I'll count 2 from right, 1, 2, and put a line like this. It ends at 4. That means the square root can end at either 2 or 8. We are not sure. And 17 lies between which two squares? 4 square and 5 square. 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25. So, like in the previous case, we need to pick the smaller number, that is 4. So the answer will be either 42 or 48. Okay. Now, how to decide? 17, of course, lies between 16 and 25, but it is closer to 16. That means it should be the smaller number among these two. We'll choose 42 and reject 48. The answer is 42 over here. Hi, Naif. Is that clear? Let's check few more numbers. What if I take something like, let's say, 2704. 1, 2, put a line. It's 4, ends at 2 or 8. 27 lies between 5 square and 6 square. I'll choose 5, of course. And because 27 is close to 25, it should be smaller number. So we'll take 52, not 58. The answer is 52. Is that cool? Understood? Very simple. Great. Hi, Paleshwari. Hello 5. What's hello 5? Well, let's take one more number for square root. So I will take a number. Let's say I take 8281. 8281 is what I take. So I'll count 1, 2, put a line. It ends at 1. Square root must end at either 1 or 9. 82 lies between 9 square and 10 square. So I should choose 9, but because 82 is closer to 81, which is a smaller number, the answer is 91, not 99. Wait, if I take 9801, the same thing will happen. See, 1 or 9 in the end, and this lies between 9 and 10 square. I'll choose 9, but 98 is closer to the greater limit, the larger limit. That's why we'll go with 99, not with 91. I hope the difference is crystal clear in front of you due to these two examples. Cool enough? Well, finding the cube root and square root is not that great a technique. The thing is, how do we find the squares? It will be a short session in which I'll be discussing how to find the squares and in some cases also cubes. So, having said that, let us go to the most important part of this today's session, that is how to find the squares. For squares, we will be following a technique called Varg Mool Siddhant. Now you would say, oh, it's so much Hindi or Sanskrit. Vargamul Siddhant, in English, this can be translated to base square principle. Base square principle. Now to understand this, first of all, we need to understand what does base means. So base is nothing but a multiple of 50. That is one thing. And the prerequisite to use this technique would be you should know all these squares from 1 to 25 and rest everything is sorted. Square of 125, if you know this, things will be sorted. So before telling the technique, I would show you how this technique was derived, right? And what is the pattern that we should be looking at. Base, as I told you, it's multiple of 50. Okay, let me write 50 square over here. I'll get 2500. Okay, so far so good. If I want to calculate 51 square, I'll just show you. This will be 2601. I'll just show you a few numbers and probably you will get the idea on your own. 52 square is 2704. 49 square is 2401. 48 square is 2304. Do you get the pattern? There is a pattern, isn't it? In the first two digits and in the last two digits. Yes or no? So let me do this. I'll underline the last two digits. Okay. All right. Now, as you can see, and I will encircle the first two digits. The remaining digits, I would say. Okay. So the base mool was 50. 50 square is 2500. All right. 50 square is 2500. Perfect. If I want to go to 49, 49 is what? It is 1 less than 50. 1 less than 50. So in the square of 50, the remaining digits except the last two, I'll just subtract 1. 25 minus 1 is 24. And here I'll write the square of minus 1, that is 0, 1. Okay, similar thing will happen if I move ahead. Plus 1. 25 plus 1 becomes 26. And square of plus 1 is 1 only, but we require 2 digits, that's why it's 0, 1. So we got the answer, 2601. Isn't it? It's as simple as that. Let me pick a number, 59. So what needs to be done? If someone asks you square of 59, you have to do one thing. If you remember, I shot a video in which I was just, kind of calculating squares like a pro, and you guys probably were astonished. Now, you can also do the same. If someone asks you square of 9, so first of all, your mind starts working like that. Okay, we need to use the base square principle. The base of 59 is 50. So base is a multiple of 50, which is nearest to the given number. 59 ka nearest is 50. All right. So in our mind, we'll think about 50 square. Okay, 25 and 0, 0. It's 9 more. All right. So let's add 9 to 25. And square of 9 is what we need to write over here. So we get 3481. That happens to be our answer. You can check it out. Clear? Is that clear? 3481 happens to be the answer. If I take, let's say, 42. 42 square. It is 8 less than 50. Perfect. So I'll just subtract 8 from 25. And then I'll write square of minus 8. 25 minus 8 is 17. This is 64. We got the answer. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's go to some greater numbers. What if I want to calculate square of 62? 62, the nearest base is 50. Okay, it's 12 more than 50. Wow. That means I'll have to add 12 to 25. And then I'll have to write 12 square. All right, 25 plus 2, 37. And 12 square is 144. By the way, only 2 digits are allowed, as you can see here. So 44 stays, 1 goes here. We get 3844 as the final answer. Clear? So, in this case, we got a 3-digit square. Prashant, it works for everything. 49 square. You can see that on the board. It is working, isn't it? It works everywhere. Okay, so let me pick one more number, a big, huge number. I want to calculate square of 72. 72 is how much? It's 22 more than 50. All right. So I will add 22 to 25, and then I'll write 22 square over here. This is 47, and this is 484. By the way, only 2 digits are allowed. The remaining one must be going over here. So we get 5184 as the square of 72. Now these things, when you start practicing, every day, this automatically comes to your mind. Pragya, I told you earlier, first of all, we need to identify the base. The base for this number is 50. By the way, I also told you that prerequisite is to learn the squares from 1 to 25. Why I said that 1 से 25 तक याद है आपको, और 50 से you can move 25 ahead or 25 backwards. So you will be covering everything from 26 to 74, or we can say 25 to 75. Yes. So if I want to calculate, let's say, square of 69, this is 19 more than 50. So I'll have 25 plus 19 here, and you'll get 19 ka square. This is nothing but 44, and 19 square is 361. Only 2 digits are allowed. 3 should go here. We get 4761 as the answer. Sounds good? Okay. So basically we have limits till 25 more or 25 less than any base. So we have covered everything in base 50. Let me cover things for base 100. Base 100. Now base 100, that is the next multiple of 50. It is the second multiple of 50. All right. So let me show you the pattern. Automatically get it. This 10,000. As I told you, these 2 last digits are will be occupied by the squares of the excess or the deficit. So 101 square, 99 square. I'll just write the value. I'll get the idea automatically. This is 10201, and this is 9801. So everything remains same as in the case of 50. See, 99 is 1 less, 101 is 1 more. So square of minus 1 is 0, 1 square of plus 1 is also 0, 1. Now what is happening in these numbers? This is increasing by 2 or decreasing by 2. In case of 50, it was increasing and decreasing both by 1. Why? Because 50 was the first multiple of 50 and 100 is second multiple of 50. So because this second multiple, we are adding or subtracting 2, which also means that if I want to calculate square of 102, this is 2 more. So I will add 4 to 100, that is 104, and square of 2 is 04. We got the answer. Let me pick a bigger number. 112. This is 12 more, isn't it? This one is 12 more. So we need to add 24. Double of 12. 200. I'll get 124 and 12 square. This is what I'll get. So 124 is 144. Only 2 digits are allowed. 1 goes here. We get 12544 as the final answer. Perfect. What if I want to calculate square of 77? 77 is not closer to 50. It's closer to 100. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is the identification of base 100. That's second multiple of 50. This is 23 less than 100. That means I'll have to subtract 23 twice. Okay. I'm doing everything twice. And then 23 square. That's what the answer will be. So 100 minus 46 is 54. 23 square is 529. 29 stays. 5 goes here. We get 5929 as the final answer. Is that cool? Is that working? Is that beautiful, exciting, fascinating? Right? So now I think you got the idea how I was calculating squares so quickly. But I also did for the bigger numbers, huge numbers. Let's go over there. Is that clear? Tell me in the comments, everyone. Now you have to tell me what's going to happen if we talk about base 150. By the way, base 150, it's third multiple of 50. So we need to increase and decrease values by 3, right? Square of 150 is 22500. Now finding this square is simple, right? These two zeros are for the accommodation of the squares of the excesses or the deficits. So if I want to calculate square of 151, this one more than 150, all I need to do is add 1 3 times. That means 228. And square of 1 is 01. We got the answer, 22801. Right? Yes, there is a huge lag between your comments and the video. So repeating it would be like going 2 minutes back. I think you can watch it. Let's focus on this one. If you want to calculate square of 149, this is 1 less. 1 less. तो क्या करना है हमें? 225 में 1 कम करना है 3 बार. That means 222. And 0 will be there. That is the square of -1. 3 मल्टीप्लाई करना होगा अभिनव. बिल्कुल सही बात है. So if someone comes to you बोलेगा सुनो यार तुम बहुत बड़े स्टड हो गया, तुम्हें सब पता है क्या? Tell me square of 157. Okay, see, independently. People come to you and they will challenge you. Oh, you are a stud, huh? Okay, tell me square of 157. So your mind start thinking like that. See, the first thing is you need to identify the closest multiple of 50. That happens to the base. 157 closest कौन है? 150. Okay. 150 square is 2500. That is in our mind. We can do that. All right. 7 more. That means I need to add 21 to this. 21 to 225, isn't it? 7 3 times. 7 3 times. So I need to do in my mind this thing which happened to be the first 3 digits, and square of 7 will be here. This is 49. There's no carry forward. Nothing to worry about. 225 plus 21 is 246. So 24649 will be the answer. क्या ये सारी चीज़ें मेंटली कर पाओगे? Of course कर पाओगे. After the session is over, challenge yourself, you know, and you will enjoy it. Akshat, 246. Perfect. Let's pick one more. What if I need to calculate square of 171? Nearest base, 150. This is 21 more. 21 more than 150, right? 21 threes are 63. So 225 plus 63 would be there, and 21 square would be coming in the last 2 digits. You have to accommodate that. Let's add this up. What do we get? 288. Here we have 441. 41 stays. 4 goes here. 29241 happens to be our answer. How cool is that? Those who are watching it right now, tell me something. Do you feel now that entire mathematics is pattern? You know what? I've always felt through my childhood that mathematics is nothing but the study of patterns. And if you are good at identification of patterns, you'll be good at calculations and automatically good at all the aspects of mathematics which is required somehow. See, they won't ask you squares. Would they? Not really. They won't. But think about this, the kind of, you know, your mind is doing a lot of things. Your mind is analyzing the numbers, finding the base, multiplying, adding, carrying forward. It is doing all the things at the same time. You know what? There's a psychological study which says if you train your brain in new things, your IQ increases. Do you believe in that? IQ can be increased. Intelligence quotient can be increased. If intelligence increases, automatically become good in all the other aspects, right? So, do something which you haven't done throughout your life, automatically your your brain will start forming new neural networks. Think about this. When you were born, you were a blank slate. You had nothing in your mind. But because you wrote A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4 so many times in your life, it becomes so easy to you. It's like breathing. Okay, you know 2 plus 2 is 4. Why? Because you have been doing it throughout your life, right? Now, when you prepare for CAD, you feel, oh, these things are so difficult. They're not difficult. It's just that you haven't seen it. So if you see things and keep on practicing this again and again, automatically your brain has got no limit. Seriously. Push your boundaries. I have been doing that. Okay. Akshat, exactly. There is a technique to identify square roots, cube roots. I think I did that. You joined late. In the previous 15 minutes, I did that. The thing is, the question should be, is there a technique to identify whether a number is a perfect square or not? Okay, so there is technique for that as well. By the way, these techniques are from the Mool Varga Siddhant. The Siddhant that was, I think, I told you in the previous class, Brahma triplets. The Siddhant was discovered by me, and I can go to any value, like people find squares till 100 or sometimes till 120, but we can go beyond limits. Let's go there. Let's try to go there. Now, I will not show you any pattern. I will directly pick a number. Let's say I pick 412 square. That's what I want to find. So to find that, first of all, my mind starts working like this. Okay, 412, all right, which is the closest multiple of 50. The base, that is 400. So this should be done in mind, but because we are doing it first time, I'll show you. 400 square is nothing but 16 followed by 4 zeros. Out of these 2 zeros are reserved. I'm writing it here. Note down in your copies. Reserved for accommodating what? Accommodating the square of excess or deficit. Excess or deficit from what? From the base. So the excess over here is of 12 units. All right. Also 400 is nothing but it is the 8th multiple of 50. That means whatever excess is happening, we have to multiply that excess by 8. Like we multiplied with 2 in case of base 100, multiplied with 3 in case of base 150. Here we'll multiply by 8. What? 12 into 8 is 96. So basically, I'll get 1600, which is here, plus 12 into 8. 12 badhao, 8 bar. And then you have 12 square here. 1600 plus 96 is 1696. And here we have 12 square, that is 144. 44 stays, 1 goes to carry forward. We have 169744. Think about this. You can solve this kind of complex calculation within 5 seconds. How cool is that? You know what? When I was doing this, formulating this theorem, I asked my friends, okay, take the calculator. I asked 4 people to sit around me. Take the calculators, give me a number and calculate the square. And this thing actually helped me gain confidence, and I practiced it a lot. So I did it like every day for 10 minutes. 10 minutes are nothing. Like you watch 10 minutes looking at the reels and the irrelevant and stupid videos. What if we do this? People think that they become cool when they watch reels. They become cool when they use slangs. No, the actual cool is someone who calculates things just like a pro. Video save hoga bilkul. Okay, yeah. Yes, number of digits, that is evident. No, here we have 4 digits. If we add something, it will be 4 digits only. Right? It will be evident from the given number. Let's do one more. थोड़ा और बड़ा करते हैं. Let's pick a number of God. Number of God, 786. I need to find its square. Okay. This can be complex. Yeah, right? 786. First of all, now I'm repeating. First thing first, I need to identify the base. Base is the nearest multiple of 50. In this case, the base must be 800, right? 800 square, 64 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 2 zero है square में 4 zero जाएंगे. These two are for the for accommodating the square of deficit or excess. Okay, this guy is 14 less, and also 800 is 16th multiple of 50, right? So this is 14 less. All I have to do is, to find its square, I have to subtract 14 16 times. Like in the case of 150, we did it 3 times. In case of 400, we did it 8 times. In case of 800, we do it 16 times. And then 14 square of minus 14 would be here, the last 2 digits. This is 196, of course 196 will stay. One has to go in carry forward. And here what do we get? 6400 minus this will be 224. Okay, so let's subtract this. I think I will get 6176, and 196 is here. 1 goes in carry forward. So we have 617796. Check the calculation if I've done it right. By the way, I hardly commit mistakes. I'm not arrogant. It's just the confidence, because I've been doing it for so many years. You also do it and you will have the same kind of confidence. Cool. Understood? The God's number. Perfect. Tell me in the comments. Now let's pick, I think it's understood to everyone. Now I'll pick the number of Satan. शैतान का नंबर क्या होता है? Who will tell me? शैतान का नंबर क्या होता है? 666. I want to find the square of 666. The base over here is 650. Square of 650. Now you might be thinking, we need to find the square of this, right? How to find square of 650? So we can find the square of 65, then followed by 2 zeros, right? 2 zeros. 65 square. How to find that? I told in earlier class as well. I'll tell you again. Whenever a number ends at 5, its square will end at 25 always, and before it we'll get what a number we have here. Just multiply it by one more. 6 into 7, that is 42. 4225 is the square. I hope all of you know it. So we have 422500 here as a square of 650, and this one is 16 more. By the way, 650 is the 13th multiple of 50. That means we have to multiply the excesses or the deficits with 13. Let's do that. So the answer here will be 4225 plus 16. How many times? 13 times. And 16 square should be coming over here. Right? Let's do that. 4225. If I multiply this, what do I get? क्या मिलेगा? 48. 208. Yeah, I'm right. And 256 here. 56 stays. 2 goes to carry forward. Let's add this up. 4433. 443556 would be the answer. Is that clear? कृष्णम भाई वीआरसी में नॉन इंजीनियरिंग क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब क्या है मैसेज का? इसमें हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स भी नहीं है. पहले तो हिंदी सही से लिख लो. वीआरसी नॉन इंजीनियरिंग का क्या हुआ लिखना चाहते हो क्या? व्हाट यू वांट टू आस्क? Yes, just bells. 634? Exactly. Then we have to subtract 16. Okay. We'll be subtracting 208. Cool. Beautiful, isn't it? Chalo. So now I want you guys to give a 3-digit number and we'll do that. Okay. Pick a 3-digit number. Engineers VRC is out on dashboard. Oh, cool. Did you watch it? Perfect. Let's pick a number. 789. Pragya picks 789. All of us will be doing it. 789 squared. The base is 800, right, Pragya? The 64 followed by 4 zeros. Okay. This is 11 less, and 800 is the 16th multiple of 50. That means I need to subtract 16 times. So I'll have 6400 minus 11 into 16, and then square of minus 11 will be coming here. 6400, this will be minus 176, right? And 121 here, 21 stays, 1 goes in, carry forward. Right? What do we get? 6224. Just check if I have done it right. And this 121, 1 should be carried forward. So I have 622521. Cool. Nikhil, recheck the calculation. Aryan, huge also. Let's check the calculation again. Oh, Yash, cool. Okay, so that was the agenda for today, because this session is all about, giving you some kind of tricks and tips. And of course, we can solve a lot of questions, a lot of numbers like this, but I think it will be beneficial if you do it on your own. Now you have understood all the tricks, all the tips, right? So save this video, and then you should start challenging yourself. Just builds for 4 digits. You see, we can do that as well. But the problem is, okay, let me show you something for 4 digits. Let's say I want to calculate the square of 1217. Okay. The thing is, it is in our limits. 1200 square is 144 followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. This is for the excesses. Let us, and 1200 is what multiple of 50? It is 24th multiple of 50. So 4 digits I'm avoiding because I don't want you guys to, to have a lot of information overload. But okay, because you asked it, I'll do it. See how to do it quickly in mind. 1200 is 12th multiple of 100. That means it is 24th multiple of 50. This is 17 more. So all we do is we need to multiply 24 with 17. So 14400 को 17 बार बढ़ाना है 24 से multiply करके, and here we have square of 17. Clear? Just Bills, I don't know your name. So that's what we have to do. So basically we have 14400. This will be 3468, 408. Just check the calculation. And 17 square is 289. 89 stays. 2 goes to carry forward. All we have is 1481089. I think that's the right answer. Okay. So we'll have to do it the same way. Just check the calculation once. आर्यन, तुमने कैरी फॉरवर्ड शायद नहीं लिया है. Yeah, 1481089 is the correct answer. Got it, everyone? Okay, for cubes, let me show you the trick to calculate cubes. All right, so let's say I want to calculate the cube of, let's pick a number, 23. See, this is very much similar to the binomial theorem. What we need to do? First of all, write 3 cube is 27. Okay. Then write 3 square, that is 9, multiplied by 2 to the power 1. Then write 2 square, 4, multiplied by 3 to the power 1. Then write 2 cube. So what is happening over here? If I have two digits AB, I want to find the cube. I'm writing B cube over here, okay? AB square over here, A square B over here, and A cube over here. All right, that's what we are doing. And the middle two numbers should be multiplied by 3. These two should be multiplied by 3. Why? If you remember the formula, so basically these two should be multiplied by 3. Okay, let's do that. So we have 8 over here, 4 3s are 12, into 3 is 36, 2 9s are 18, into 3 is 54, and 27 here. And because one space can have accommodate only one digit, 7 will stay, 2 will go there. 56, 6 will stay, 5 goes here. 41, 1 stays here, 4 goes here. 12, I have the answer as 1, 2, 1, 6, 7. That is for cube. Ritambara, got it? Perfect. Let's pick a smaller number. If I have 12, I want to find the cube. Okay. 1 cube is 1. 1 square into 2 is 2. Then we have 4. Then we have 8. Multiply this by 3. So 1, 6, 12, 8. This 1 will be carried forward. We have 1, 7, 2, 8 as the answer. That is how we can find the cubes. Pragya, you should do the live classes, and when you get time in between in the weekends, you can complete the backlogs. Clear, everyone? That's how we find the cubes. You know what? We can find any power because we know the binomial theorem. If you don't know, of course, I'll be doing one session on binomial theorem as well. And then we can find anything. But that's not required for CAT. But it is going to build your logic and IQ over time. So that is where I would like to to stop this session. We have done a lot. Challenge yourselves, push your limits. That is the only way you can become cool. Okay? So being cool is the most important thing. A cool person is good in calculation, good in language. He dresses well, he walks well, he behaves well. Right? This is what he does. And all cool people join the best B schools and become the best men and best women. So do that, be that. Thank you. We'll meet again. Exactly, Yash. Square is amazing to hai. Division, you want to learn division? Okay, we'll do one more session. Don't worry. So it's planned in such a way that you get information regarding one aspect of mathematics. When you practice it, your mind opens more. Then there'll be new technique which I'll be doing on YouTube itself. Thanks, Pragya, for saying that. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Now make me proud. And Ingenious VRC is launched. Go and watch it and tell me how do you like it. Okay.